Welcome, hello, Yasu. Hi, my name is Tai Kölner, and today's video will be self-experiment and insulin persistence. I did tell you a while ago that there was diagnosed a very high insulin level on me, and also those who know me know I don't do it the usual way. By the way, the doctors couldn't help me anyways. So to those who don't know me yet, I will introduce a little, and so then I will give you a little backup about my currently experiment. My name is Tai Kölner. I'm an author. I'm a follower of the draconian path, so I'm a magical practitioner basically, and this is the way I face everything around me. Also, I'm an empath, so I'm very conscious about energy streams, and this is also why I do act in my way as I do. Also, the high insulin, they told me, they came up with stupid things like, you're too fat, you smoke cigarettes, you are not sleeping enough. Sorry guys, but this is not the reason. I got another reason what is probably more true than their you're too fat stories. I had magical happening in my past. It's a few years ago, and there was someone who did kill herself on insulin shots, and this one I did practice on. It was a necromantic ritual, so if you trust into energy streams, it is very likely if you get a flashback. So if you're not a magic practitioner, if you're not even spiritual, you will say, okay, but maybe it's a medical reason. Yes, probably it may be a medical reason, but it also may be a magical reason. However, I'm not a doctor. I'm just experimenting, as my doctors have no blink about where it comes from. And so after they diagnosed it 2 years ago, I have to find a solution, because I'm 2 years I'm running on a high insulin and no one can tell me how to do. And so as I'm used to face force, I'm also working on force. And if you're practicing in any way, you don't need to cry or whine about if there's a result, because everything you are doing will cause a result. And even if you do nothing, there will be a result. So we are facing movements in energy streams in whatever we do. Whatever decision we do, there will be a change, there will be a movement. And so maybe my insulin high, what may cause into an immunity in future, maybe it is a magical origin. So a backdraft of an energy work I did, or maybe it is just a medical case and no one ever knows, and no one knows up until now how to solve that. I will not sit and wait here, because this is not my cup of tea. To give you a backup how much a normal insulin level is, it is 3.5 if they measure it. And if you are a diabetic, they check this too, and if you got a 6 or a 7, the doctor is already saying you did eat too much sweets. But yeah, in my case, it was 17.8 2 years ago. Then I did ask my doctor, and it was quite of a fight to make her check this again. And oh surprise, it was 17.2. So not .8, but at least 17 compared to 3.5 is very much too high. Back then, when I got this diagnosed 2 years ago, I did contact a Vedic doctor, and I got help there. And this Vedic medicine did support me to get it down. Within 2 months, I was back to 3.5. Now there is a question, is it helping the symptoms to get it down, or is it a long-term solution? So in this case, it was no long-term solution. In a way, maybe I should have taken this medicals for a longer run, but in that case it is a food change as well what is needed. So I will get back to that if nothing helps. But for now, I'm checking on my energy streams. So I will do another video about that, because everything you're eating, and this is what you find in Vedic medicine as well, everything what you're eating, everything what you are drinking, maybe even things you're breathing in and so on, all this is impacting your energy body. And impacting your energy body means to impact your physical body as well. So, but this would lead too far for now. However, I did change or modify on my nutrition lately. And the inspiration was a funny little video at social media what came up with cheese making. And I'm a big fan of cheese. So I did try an experiment into that direction, and the results I will share with you. To get back about this insulin resistance, the point is, some people got a low insulin level, so they have to push insulin to balance the need of the body to work out the sugar. Otherwise you would have a very high sugar level. I don't have a high sugar level. I have a high insulin level. But the problem is that the organs which are producing insulin, they can only produce in a certain amount. So there would be a time, if I don't get grip on that, there would be a time if either the body is asking for more and more and more insulin, so for 18, 19, 20 level, and these organs are just crashing. They cannot handle to produce more than that, what the body is requesting, and probably they even stop producing insulin. And so then I get a problem to have a shot of insulin. And I'm not a big fan of needles, so I don't want to shot insulin in future. So I have to try to prevent to become a junkie on insulin by pushing me insulin every day, just because I don't get down the level. So I did do some research, and when there was the videos about doing cheese, they also did write about using apple vinegar, and apple vinegar is known for being lowering the insulin level. So this was at least a first try. The other thing is, I really love cheese. So I give you feedback about my experiments. First of all, I found out I did drink too less. This is what many people do. They drink about a half a liter, or they drink a bullshit of sweet stuff, lemonades and so on. We really have to make sure to healthy nutrition. But even if you're only drinking water, if you only drink half a liter a day, it's not enough. So combining that, I love cheese and I also love milk. So I did do some cheese experiment. So how to do cheese. And when you're doing cheese, so you're warming up the milk and you add some iodine and you add some apple cider. Maybe I do another video again how to do. However, in the end you get some cheese and you get some buttermilk. And this buttermilk is what turns out to be a great fit at the moment. I did do this buttermilk into a liter bottles, and I only used about a fifth part or sixth part of this buttermilk to fill it into another bottle. So this little tiny bit in the bottle was given a teaspoon of iodine salt, and also I did add, let me check how it is in English, a half of a shot pin of apple vinegar. So this was filled up by water, and basically it looks like that. So if you got a problem on that, you shouldn't even try, but I think it's working very fine on me. This I'm drinking now. I do it since about 4 weeks, and I thought it's maybe a lack of iodine as well, so that's why I do add a half of a teaspoon of iodine salt. I did stop that, but well, I will get to that later. However, I'm no diabetic. I'm a hyperinsulin. I did drink all too less, and I love cheese. So all this got together, and while I was doing this buttermilk with iodine with apple vinegar, I first did face one thing. I don't run for the toilet every hour anymore since I do this. Also, I finally drink 2 liters a day. And I don't know if my insulin went lower, but these are indicating that my insulin is going lower. So this was the first thing. Now it is getting warm here. It is quite of a summer time, and it happened within a few days. And I feel a little dehydrated despite this 2 liters of drinking a day, at least 2 liters. And the urine color does underline that there is not enough drinking. So probably it can be also a reason because of the iodine extra, so the salt extra. So I skip adding iodine for now. So maybe it is this one. Since I did stop this, everything seems to be much better, so I don't have a lack on iodine anymore. So we have to observe the apple vinegar thing. There is people with a sensitive stomach. So there you have to be careful, because vinegar naturally does change the chemics in your stomach, and some people get a problem with a soda burn. Up until now I got no problem on that. So I did raise the apple vinegar shot. So giving a half of a shot to each bottle, I did do ready mixed. This why it pulls out a little bit like this, because normally on cheese making you got this buttermilk, the protein is filtered out for cheese, and if you give an extra shot of apple cider, apple vinegar into the ready mixed buttermilk, of course it will flock out a little bit, but if you shake it, you mix it up again. So however, I'm drinking this since 4 weeks, and now with an extra shot of apple vinegar, and I cannot tell that I had some significant raise of extra pounds. Okay, I did not lose extra pounds either, but I think this is no problem about the calories. I was a little unsure if there would be a raising of pounds, so an extra shot of getting some little more speck, but because of the milk sugar. But this is not the case up until now. So I will further check it, and in about a month I will get back to my family doctor, and I will ask for another insulin check, because it is just paid one time in a year. And also the most doctors are a kind of pissy when you ask them each one time of a year to check it, because they don't need see a necessity about. I do see a necessity about, because I do experiments to modify on this, so to solve it by myself. And if they don't have a solution, I have to do the checkup if my experiments are working. So in about a month I will call my family doctor, and I will ask him how much this insulin check will cost. It will be probably around 100, 200 euro, aroundish that area. But I will do this. And if it is just a 14.5, I already see that it is working. And I will keep you updated if there is some result on this, because I could order my Vedic medicine on one side. This is a pure natural, and if you take it literally, this medicine is a change of nutrition. So if I do change my nutrition here as well, it would be a perfect fit to get down this insulin problem. So yeah, this is basically everything about this. So we have a nice little drink, and we have a nice cheese, and all this little flocky here. I don't care it is flocky, but it tastes very well. And in the summertime, if it is too warm, it is already sour a little bit because of the apple vinegar what is containing. And even if it gets warm in an office, for example, it's more like a yogurt. It's how to say, it is ripening. It is not like a glass of milk standing in the sun becoming sour and uneatable. It is really tasty, and it is good on a warm weather, and maybe it is even great on my insulin thing. So this for today, and I wish you a wonderful one. I keep you updated about the results as soon as I get them. See you then.